trust me, we have spent incredible amounts of money to build this technology. We really thought hard. There's all these options such as software that runs out on the cloud, something called a thin client, package software. There's just all kinds of different technology ways to implement. So all kinds of different means to deliver software solutions to you. We thought about this long and hard. From my standpoint, these servers, by the way, do not run at my company. So I should say that. So we are a service company running on the very same servers that you run on. And they're hosted by the premier company in the United States that hosts banking systems and healthcare systems. So we have that data, and these servers are in the United States. They're not hosted outside the United States. It's really important. And my company information is on the exact same server your company information on. I'm running a big company. I cannot have my system ever down. I can't lose my data. I can't ever have anything happen. I've got people sitting on the phones all day long. I've got salespeople. We're doing hundreds and hundreds of properties a day. I can't be down ever. So I'm in the same boat as you are, and we've picked the very best means of hosting this and guaranteeing our stuff is up, guaranteeing it's backed up. Not only that, we encrypt everything in our databases at the highest level possible, meaning all that data sitting in the databases on servers that contains my company data as well as your company data is sitting on a server 100% encrypted, meaning that nobody in my company, and what I mean by that, my company meaning Service Autopilot, nobody at our Service Autopilot company can access your information. They cannot get to it. It's encrypted. They cannot look at it. If you need support, you can set up a user account if you'd like to in Service Autopilot and grant them temporary access to your account, or you could grant them temporary access with your username and password and have them log in and help you. But nobody at our offices can log in and look at any of your information. It's completely encrypted. There's an encryption key that only a couple people have, and even then it's really with the CTO of our company. So a lot of controls and security in place. If you look at the higher level versions of Service Autopilot, you'll see we've built in a lot of controls and security for your business. We've built in all those same controls and security for our business. We can't see your information. Your information is encrypted. It's protected. It's on servers with the biggest, best hosting company in the United States, with physically protected server rooms, with redundancy, with load balancing, with backup. I mean, we have gone all out here because, as I said, my service company information is on the exact same server as yours is, and I don't ever want to be down. I don't want to ever lose my information, and we don't back up anything, and we don't pay a single dollar to any IT company to help us run our systems. Well, there's no need because it's all managed by essentially the company, by Service Autopilot and the company that hosts everything. So at my service companies, we spend not a single dollar on IT people, none. So that's the same kind of solution I want for you, and it works tremendously well. We've been doing it for 4 years. So that's kind of how this works. I've got some additional literature that you can take a look at that'll tell you exactly the security, architecture, and everything behind the scenes, and exactly how we do things and how we protect the data, and why this truly is the firmest of foundations to build your company upon. So finally, our philosophy is that we do not have contracts and agreements. If you want to work with Service Autopilot, you work with us as long as you really like us. If you don't like us, if we're not delivering, then why in the world would we want to keep you as a client? I mean, if you're miserable, you don't like us, then you shouldn't have to work with us. So further, I'm really well aware, I've been in the technology industry for long enough to know that there are a whole lot of technology guys running around making all these giant, glorious promises. Then you implement their technology solutions, or you pay them tens and tens of thousands of dollars to build you something, and it never works. And so I get that the market has been, has awakened to this fact, and they're frustrated, and they know that so often they get burned by these programmers and guys they hire. And so I get it. And so that's the other reason I'm trying to do a risk reversal and take away as much risk from you as possible. So we have no contract or agreement. You use us as long as we deliver on what we say we're going to do. And if not, you need to be able to get your data out of the system, and you need to be able to go somewhere else to another company. Now, clearly, we don't want that. We want to earn your trust, and we want to work with you forever. We want to help you grow your company into something really big. I mean, that's what we want to do. But at the same time, I also am, as a owner of a company, acknowledge that, hey, if I'm not happy with the vendor I'm working with, I need to be able to move on, because if I can't move on, that is a really bad business decision on my part, because I'm stuck. They're a bottleneck in my organization, and they're a giant liability. So we will give you the ability to get your data out of the system. Further, if you use the Gold package and you're integrated with QuickBooks, Service Autopilot has probably the most advanced QuickBooks integration around. So just about everything you put in Service Autopilot that can be stored in QuickBooks is put in QuickBooks by Service Autopilot. So you also have redundancy and all your data in QuickBooks. It's not just in Service Autopilot. But to take it a step further, we let you import a lot of data from Service Autopilot, because I will admit we store and handle so much more than QuickBooks at just a massive level. We do so much more than QuickBooks. So there's a lot of information in our system that, should you ever want to move to another service provider, we'll let you get a lot of it out. Now, I will say that if you look at most other service providers, a lot of the data that we track, keep up with, you won't be able to import it into another system, because they just don't keep up with that kind of information. So those are some things to think about. That's why we've done things the way we've done it. It's been a very strategic decision, and I just want to reconfirm that if you look at where the industry's moving, nobody that's building anything to envy, nobody that's building any business system that is going to lead the industry in the next 5 years is building packaged software that runs on a PC. Nobody. I cannot name a single company. Everybody's moving away from that because there are so many limitations to it. There are so many problems. The general bottleneck and general failure on so many of those systems is because the company running those systems doesn't have an IT person watching them constantly, doesn't back them up, isn't constantly upgrading their hardware, and isn't doing all those things that are really necessary to keep those systems running at a high level of functionality. So we manage all of that for you. So I know there was a lot of information I just presented. Please ask questions. Please voice any concerns. We want to address them. As I said, tremendous thought has gone into this. This is the logic behind the decisions, but we want to address any of your fears or concerns, and we'll address them honestly, and we'll tell you exactly what we're doing, exactly how we're doing it, and please let us know what we can answer for you. Thank you very much.